few weeks ago, there was a new armor set released in Eververse called the Gladius set. This is here for Titans, and it's clearly meant to be a piece of gladiator-themed armor. There's been quite a lot of discussion around this set already because it seems suspiciously in line with what Iron Banner armor would be like. So I'll inspect a few pieces here to show you what I mean. But you'll also see some cool effects on the armor, so this is clearly just the helm, looks gladiator-themed, what you would expect. The gauntlets have some cool fire effects on either shoulder, on these eyes here. The chest piece has sort of like a furnace going on the belly, so another cool fire effect. This weirdly is like low poly, or low resolution as well, which is really weird. But we'll get on to why that might be in a minute or two here. The legs are just sort of what I would expect from gladiator legs, to be honest. And the mark we can't actually see because it instead shows the malware mark instead of the Gladius mark. So add that to your list of bugs for this release. But I would say it's pretty understandable why it would be suspicious that this could be an Iron Banner set, despite the fact it's been sold in Eververse and there's no Iron Banner logos on it. Now, there's been a few different posts in the Destiny subreddits over the past day regarding this armor set, because there was concept art released on ArtStation for it where it actually has the Iron Banner logo in the chest section instead of the furnace, which we saw in the live version of the armor set. The Hunter version of the armor does have the same area, which could have had the Iron Banner logo. You can clearly see on the Warlock one again here that I imagine this section would have been the Iron Banner logo. And this is pretty damning, honestly, because it shows that this armor set at some stage was aimed to be an Iron Banner armor set, but instead it got repurposed into a piece of Eververse armor that you can purchase for real money. You can see there's obviously the two versions where it's on fire and it's not on fire, and because it's concept art, it could also just be that they took away the effects for having a non-effect version of the armor. But people have also speculated that perhaps the flames will be active whenever Iron Banner is active, and therefore it changes appearance depending upon if Iron Banner's on, which honestly would be really cool. Now, if we go to see what Bungie actually said this week in relation to Iron Banner, you can see here's the Ash and Iron launch blog, and if we go down to the section talking about Iron Banner, we can see that Iron Banner, which after a short hiatus is coming back for 1 week with new weapons to earn and an incredibly cool new set of armor. This is all well and good, but the new set of armor which they actually revealed is this one, which is a recolor of the armor set we got in Warmind, I believe, for Iron Banner, which honestly, I really like it. I really like the Hunter one. I used this for quite a while, back 7 or 8 years ago. But this is not 7 or 8 years ago. This is today. This armor set's been in the game for that long. I wouldn't, by today's standards, especially because this has been in the game for that long, call this a cool new set of armor. Especially incredibly cool new set of armor. So something's gone on here. Now, if you want to have a look at the actual ArtStation link, we can have a look at it here, where it turns out it's been taken down, which is honestly even more damning because it means that Bungie have likely seen that people are making this connection and have taken it down so as more people don't see it and more people don't realise that this was originally meant to be an Iron Banner set, which is really bad given that it's already on Reddit and everyone can see it anyway, and there's already like a couple YouTube videos I think about it. So really bad, but I would say that there's no question that this armor set was originally for Iron Banner and they decided to put it into Eververse just to gain a quick buck. Now, if we actually have a look at the live version, as I said, the furnace section looks really low quality, and I'm wondering if this is because this section was originally meant to be with the Iron Banner logo, and then they repurposed it for this furnace effect, and the Iron Banner one wasn't meant to be see-through. So if we hop back here, you can see that like the Iron Banner version, that didn't zoom in at all. The Iron Banner version didn't have any like holes in it, so it wasn't like you could see into a furnace. It would just be on fire. Whereas the current live version obviously has like this fire effect underneath. So I wonder if that's why I've got the low quality. Which honestly even means to me that the armor set used to look better. But now it's been made to look worse because they put it in the Eververse and tried to strip the Iron Banner version of it away. But yeah, this is horrendous. If this had happened at any other point in the game's life, other than maybe like vanilla Destiny 2, it could be excused in some way as like, oh, the rest of the game's fine, like they don't do this very often, blah blah. But honestly, there's been no shortage of things to complain about in Destiny currently, especially since Ash and Iron released. And this is not a time to be trying to burn people's goodwill, and they don't have any goodwill left to burn, quite honestly. So something like this just is incredibly damning. It's obviously not a mistake. It was done on purpose. There's no excuse for it. So let me know what you think about this in the comments. I imagine it's not going to be good. But if you want to see another video about there being issues with Eververse, have a look at the one on screen. They increased the price of universal ornaments and apparently a few other things by 25% by mistake, supposedly. So you can have a look at how that went. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.